Great Northwoods to the Rock Mountain Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Today on Good Morning Maine, it was the weekend of giving. The Red Knights Motorcycle Club took an important mission. Hear from the crew this morning.
Plus, Champion the Cure is celebrating its 13th year with a major goal of raising $1 million. Details ahead.
And not one, but two vehicle fires making headlines this Monday morning. Your local news right now.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Joe Cortez. Thanks for joining us this morning. Deuce is wild today, August 22nd of 2022. It looks like it's going to be a pretty good day. Those summer temperatures are still sticking around.
I know, a little cloudy. A good follow-up, though, to such a beautiful weekend we had.
I know, we did enjoy that weekend. Did you get outside at all?
I did. I wish I could say I got some sun, but no, I tried to stay out as much as I could. It was a hot one.
That's a good thing, though. That's a good thing. Stay in the AC, stay cool, stay under the
Right.
umbrella, get some water. Well, we'll throw it over to Devin Biggs. He has a first check of your Monday morning forecast.
And thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Happy Monday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. A little bit of fog developing out this morning, mainly along the coast, so near the Bar Harbor area and over in parts of Rockland. So here's these areas right here, seeing about a mile or less for visibility in a few spots, though. So definitely be careful. We might see this get a little bit more widespread before the sun comes up later this morning, so it might be a little bit hard to see in a few areas. Meanwhile, though, we're watching some clouds moving in from the southwest, going toward the north and east, as we'll soon be watching for scattered showers and thunderstorms later on tonight. Today we will be dry. We will just have the clouds moving in, so maybe not too much sunshine on the way today as we're watching all this activity right here. Moving in from the west, going toward the east, the lightning tracker is on. Not a lot of lightning out there this morning, but we'll keep an eye on this as the system begins to move in from the southwest. So for today, increasing clouds by about 8 o'clock tonight. This line of showers and storms move in. And as we head towards tomorrow morning, that will begin to get out of here. But more fog will be on the way as we head towards tomorrow morning. The winds won't be a big deal, mainly out of the south at about 5 to 10 miles per hour, maybe a few gusts along the coast, and that will be about it overall. So for today, though, not too bad out there. We'll be in the lower 80s under a mostly cloudy sky with that south breeze overall at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Moving ahead towards tonight, that line of showers and storms moves in. Some decent rainfall on the way as well. We'll see lows in the middle 60s, some dense fog developing late. That northwest breeze getting up to about 5 miles per hour. And for tomorrow, though, middle 70s, a few scattered rain showers. Some clouds can also hang around from time to time, too. It's a small chance overall for those rain showers. We'll see a south breeze getting up to about 5 miles per hour with high temperatures again in the middle 70s. And your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, increasing clouds. The rain chances arrive later on tonight. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Joe and Emma.
Devin, thank you. First up this morning, a truck fire occurred yesterday in Rockport. The square body Chevy was ignited in flames around 9:32 Sunday morning. According to the Rockport Fire Department, the occupants got out quickly and safely. Traffic was allowed to pass the blaze on the same road while crews worked to put the fire out.
On Saturday afternoon, the Dexter Police Department responded to a call of a vehicle fire on Spring Street. No occupants were inside the vehicle were hurt. Mayo Ambulance, Dexter Fire Department, and Penobscot County Sheriff Troy Morton assisted with traffic control while firefighters got control of the flames.
The Penobscot County Sheriff's Office has released the identities of the people involved in the deadly crash in Dixmont last Wednesday. It happened on Route 9 just after 12:30 Wednesday afternoon. Investigators have determined 34-year-old Andrew Clark of Belfast was traveling at a high rate of speed and making unsafe passes while traveling west. They say during one of his passes, Clark's car struck an oncoming car driven by 74-year-old Doreen Spinney of Dixmont. Both people died at the scene. They were the only people in their vehicles. The Penobscot County Sheriff's Office is still investigating the crash.
A wildfire has been burning since at least Wednesday in the woods of Lynn, Massachusetts, which is adjacent to the town of Salem. According to the Lynn Fire Department, the Lynn Woods has been burning for days because of the drought conditions. The running fire has been continuously able to be knocked down with hand-line hoses, but the underground fire continues to pop up along the root system of the woods. Firefighters have been digging 7 to 10 inches down and are still finding the ground to be extremely hot and dry. Thousands of feet of fire hose are being stretched through the woods to get to areas that are still burning. The Lynn Fire Department has been assisted by numerous other departments and has reported that they do not anticipate any structures to be involved.
Authorities are investigating a death in Presque. At approximately 2 o'clock Thursday afternoon, the Presque Police Department received a call about a deceased man at 17 Parsons Street. During their investigation, officers say they discovered a suspicious-looking package at the residence. They vacated the home and shut down the road. A spokesperson says the state fire marshal's office is trying to determine who had the package and how the device got there, while the Presque Police Department is still investigating the cause of death.
A local motorcycle club held their second annual ride for charity on Sunday. Devin Dagnall has more.
The Red Knights are a motorcycle club fully comprised of first responders. Their goal? Give back to the community around them.
And that's our mission, is to just give back to our community in any way that we can.
Every year, the group hosts a ride for charity to raise funds for someone in the community. This year, the group is riding for Garrett Armstrong, a fourth grader and aspiring YouTuber who is battling acute lymphoblastic leukemia, a type of cancer where the bone marrow creates too many white blood cells.
He's from our community. He's a local boy, and honestly, he loves firefighting. He wants to be a firefighter when he gets older. He loves fire trucks. He loves everything about firefighting, and it fit our cause. It fit what we do.
The Red Knights and everyone else in Garrett's community banded together to raise donations for Garrett's treatment and for his family. More than 80 vehicles registered for the charity ride at $20 apiece. Those who were unable to ride gave private donations and participated in the auction that was also hosted by the Red Knights.
There's really no words to describe the support and love that the whole community, let alone the Red Knights, but statewide, countrywide. It's real overwhelming. It's really, thank goodness for everybody, for their support.
As of now, Garrett's family says he'll be able to attend school in the fall and get back to living a normal life.
After today's event, the Red Knights were able to raise over $5,000 for Garrett and his family. If anyone would still like to donate, a link can be found on the Red Knights website. In Brownville, I'm Devin Dagnall, reporting for ABC7 Fox 22.
The time is now 6:07. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, we'll hear from the Assistant District Attorney on the punishment given out to a truck driver involved in the death of a state trooper.
But before you go, here's a look at your Monday forecast. Mostly cloudy with a high of 80 degrees. Some showers and thunderstorms are moving in tonight. Temperatures drop down to low 60s. Tomorrow we'll see some scattered showers around the area with a high of 75.
Here at Versant, we want to help keep you safe near our power lines. Did you know that work or play near wires causes roughly 10% of all power outages? And that state and federal regulations restrict tree trimming up to 20 feet from energized lines?
Be a good neighbor. If you've got work to do near the lines, give us a call here at Versant Power, and we'll help you stay safe.
Your favorite restaurants were half off. It's half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC7. Go to foxbangor.com, click on half off dining, and start saving now.
From gourmet wraps to cappuccinos and espresso, come experience the difference local makes. Basic or exotic with more than 100 different cuts of meat and 40 cafe drinks. Outside seating, live music events, the newest It spot is right in the heart of Maine.
Great restaurants from all over Eastern Maine at half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC7.
Hello, Eastern Maine. Watch You Bet Your Life weekdays at 10 a.m. here on ABC7.
There is a major plumbing problem in the building.
A mushroom growing out of the ceiling because of water damage.
Yes.
I see no mushrooms on a picture.
You need to put those glasses back on. I'm losing my appetite. Can we end the case?
Hot Bench. Monday at 3 on ABC7.
A Presque man was found guilty of a 2019 double murder in court Friday. Now, according to defense attorney Vern Parody, on Friday, a jury found Bobby Nightingale guilty of murdering 25-year-old Alan Curtis and 51-year-old Roger Ellis, whose bodies were found on State Road in Castle Hill back in 2019. Multiple witnesses testified to seeing and hearing gunshots prior to the discovery of both bodies. The prosecution also argued that Nightingale identified the four-wheeler ATV found at the scene as his own property. It's unclear at this time when he will be sentenced.
A man charged with robbing a bank in Brewer was sentenced Friday. 51-year-old Timothy Larrabee of Brewer was arrested for allegedly entering the Bangor Savings Bank, located at 425 Wilson Street in Brewer, and threatening a teller. Court records show he obtained more than $1,400 before running from the bank. Larrabee was in court for 8 separate cases and a variety of charges, including the bank robbery. Penobscot County Assistant District Attorney Christopher Almy says Larrabee has shown a pattern of reoffending.
What concerns us in this law enforcement community is because of the jails being so full, because of the pandemic, because of COVID-19, we're not able to process these cases, and so people are out committing crimes one after the other without it being held accountable.
Larrabee pleaded guilty as part of a plea agreement. He was sentenced to 5 years in prison.
A truck driver faced a judge in Bangor Superior Court for the accidental death of a state police detective. H.A. Douglas spoke to the assistant district attorney following the punishment.
Friday, Scott Willett accepted responsibility for causing fatal injuries to state police detective Bill Campbell.
I can't even begin to say how sorry I am to the family and everybody. It was an accident that I never would have ever imagined. And I just feel so bad myself. I have to deal with this too every day. I don't, not a day goes by, I don't think about it. And I am so sorry to everybody that's involved. I never ever would have imagined hurting anyone.
Willett was charged with death by violation and additional traffic offenses due to equipment failures after Willett's logging truck lost 2 wheels and tire assemblies on April 3, 2019. One wheel violently struck Ben Campbell and ultimately caused Campbell's death. A judge ordered Willett to pay $15,000 and the suspension of his license for 6 months. Assistant District Attorney Christopher Almy says he understands questions might be raised concerning Willett's sentencing terms.
And based upon the evidence that we had, we felt that the appropriate charge was death by violation. That's a new statute that the legislature enacted in the past 15, 20 years. And we felt that it was the appropriate charge for this case.
Almy explains no one wins in this case of accidental death.
This has been a tremendously emotional time for a lot of people. We lost a dear person. He was well loved by his family, by the state troopers that worked with him, by people in our community and his community.
Almy says he knows the tragic events from April 3, 2019 will stay with Willett beyond Friday's conviction.
The defendant appeared to be remorseful. I think it bothers him about what happened. Ben Campbell died right in front of him, and that's going to be on his conscience for a long, long time.
Willett was ordered to pay $25 a month beginning September 2nd and $100 a month beginning April 3rd until fines have been paid in full. In Bangor, A.J. Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
The time is now 6:13. Coming up after the break, we love our blueberries here in Maine, so we took a trip to Machias as the town brought back its Blueberry Festival.
Plus, delays have been a major source of frustration for travelers. Hear the plan going forward from the federal government when we return.
Make the most of your waterfront with a Shoremaster dock system from Hammond Lumber Company. Shoremaster docks and boat lifts have been the trusted choice for decades. With Shoremaster, you get the expert product knowledge and first-class service you've come to expect from Hammond Lumber. Hammond is the country's largest stocking Shoremaster dealer, so you won't wait to get the dock system you want. Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire with professional service after the sale. Your dream waterfront begins with Shoremaster from Hammond Lumber Company.
Hey Bangor residents, the City of Bangor is offering up to $2,000 in grants for income-eligible single-family homeowners if you install a new Fujitsu heat pump in your home. And Valley Home Services is an authorized Fujitsu installer. Up to $2,000. Combine that grant with rebates from Efficiency Maine, and you can have a new Fujitsu heat pump installed by Valley Home Services at little to no cost. Don't miss this incredible offer, Bangor. Call Valley Home Services today to see if you qualify.
These new keys I made must be too thick. I blame the locks, honestly.
With a little East Coast swag. Sometimes big truck accidents can result in big case settlements. These are just some of the big case results I've fought to get my clients. If you've been hurt by a big truck, call the twos. We win for you.
With picture-perfect weather, the town of Machias hosts its first Wild Blueberry Festival in the past 2 years. Matthew Drought has the story.
I'm here at the Machias Blueberry Festival, and after 2 years, people are excited that the festival is back.
It's just something that everybody gets out, especially now since COVID, from the last couple of years that we were down, they didn't operate. So it's good to be back.
The Machias Wild Blueberry Festival kicked off a weekend of festivities Friday morning after being canceled the past 2 years due to the pandemic. For Ellen Farnsworth, being able to bring back the event is a great thing for the community.
It impacts the entire community and surrounding communities. So it's really a big deal. It was very difficult for all of us to not have the festival for the past 2 years. Not only that, we missed the community spirit.
According to Farnsworth, the Wild Blueberry Festival attracts more people to Machias than any other event, as the town population of 2,000 residents rises to 15,000 throughout the weekend. Gardner says the event also serves as a great way to showcase local artists and vendors.
It's a lot of local flavor here, I mean, a lot of the vendors here are from the area and stuff like that, and everybody's friendly. So, I mean, it's a pleasant experience as far as I can see for the fairgoers to get to buy different products, whether, being my product or like the blueberry stuff. They got pies and jams and jellies and all that stuff.
Participants got the chance to browse the various vendors that set up shop for the day, from woodworkers to homemade jewelers. First-time visitor Jacob Zielinski says the event provides family-friendly fun.
This was a way to kind of connect with our family, and to come here was a gift.
And as you can see behind me, people are still coming out to this festival, which will run all weekend and include the Wild Blueberry Run and the well-known pie eating contest. Reporting from Machias, Matthew Jurancic, ABC7 and Fox 22.
The time is now 6:17.
Now let's get a look at that beautiful forecast. If you like, no sunshine and a little bit of heat, Devin Biggs has the details for us this morning.
I like it. Good morning, Devin.
Hey, Joe and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Hammond, and Orono, Maine. All right, there's a look at the fog again this morning, mainly near Bar Harbor and Rockland as of earlier this morning. Other areas we may have to watch out for some patchy dense fog in a few spots. There's no advisories in effect as of this update, though, so we're looking pretty decent out there overall for everyone else. We just got to watch out for the fog that will go away soon. But clouds are moving in from the southwest, going toward the north and east, and that's because we are watching another system moving in from the southwest going toward the north and east, and this will bring in some scattered showers and thunderstorms that will be on the way as well, and of course some up and down swings of the dew points and the temperatures too. So here's this area of low pressure here moving to the north and east, so by later on tonight scattered showers and thunderstorms will be possible with some decent rainfall that will be on the way too, which is good news. Here's the latest drought monitor out there. We're still moderate to severe drought across a good part of the state, so we'll up to maybe an inch of rainfall on the way. This will be some good news from many areas that have been seeing drought. But it's calm out there this morning. Look at the wave height. It's only at around 2 feet according to many of the buoys out there, so it's quiet out there this morning, hence why there's no small crowd advisories in effect. Water temperatures are pretty decent too, in the upper 60s, so if you're looking to do some swimming, a little cool, but overall not too bad moving forward for August. But again, maybe a few gusty winds on the way, so maybe some gusts reaching up to around 10 to 15 miles per hour, maybe close to 20 miles per hour along the coast as we move forward again. But as we head towards Tuesday, maybe a few gusty winds again, but nothing too extreme on the way anytime soon. All right, our average high temperature is now 79 degrees. We'll be in the lower 80s today, so not too far away from our average high. Cooling off a little bit on Tuesday after the chance for rain moves in. Then lower into middle 80s Wednesday and Thursday, falling back a little bit by Friday and a Saturday. Again, the upper 70s, lower 80s on the way again. As we head towards your Sunday, dew points will be up and down a little bit too. Look at these dew points getting up into the 60s for the next few days, though. Then really shooting up to the middle of the upper 60s by Wednesday, getting close to the 70s by Thursday before a system moves through and drops us back into more comfortable territory by Friday. Then shooting right back up into the lower 60s again as we head towards your Saturday. Evening next forecast for today, despite the clouds, will be at a 6 as considered high. A burn time of around 30 minutes, so hats, sunglasses, sunscreen, and shade will be necessary as you do head out the door to avoid a bad sunburn. Future counts for today, though, some clouds will be on the way today. By about 7 to 8 o'clock tonight, this rain of showers and thunderstorms moves in. They'll watch for some heavy downpours from time to time, too. We'll get that through overnight, but a few scattered showers lingering into the morning period tomorrow, some fog as well. But throughout the day, the rain chances will gradually back off, and maybe some sunshine will try to peek out. It will struggle in a few spots, but the sun will try to peek out later on. Maybe a few more scattered showers on the way as we head towards parts of Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. Overall, a pretty small chance. But the rainfall chances looking pretty good out there, up to 1, maybe 2 inches in a few spots before we're all finished up. This is over drought-stricken areas, so this is some good news that's on the way. So a forecast for today, lower 80s, mostly cloudy with that south wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, middle 60s, showers and thunderstorms, some dense fog as well. Northwest breeze at about 5 miles per hour. For tomorrow, middle 70s, scattered rain showers in a few spots and gradual clearing in a few spots too. Maybe a few pop-up showers and a few rumbles of thunder by tomorrow night too, with that south breeze getting up to about 5 miles per hour. Scott's Recreation extended forecast. More storms on the way as we head towards Wednesday. Highs in the low 80s. A smaller chance for storms on Thursday. Otherwise partly cloudy. The more storms again by Friday. Highs in the upper 70s.
Tax audits, tax liens, wage garnishments.
Every day we hear stories like this about good folks who are simply struggling to pay their bills. Each of them are living a frightening IRS tax nightmare, and they are afraid it will destroy their lives.
I'm a divorced single mom, and my ex-husband left me and the kids with a lot of unpaid bills, including unpaid taxes. I was really starting to show my stress on my kids because the IRS had sent me a letter demanding a huge payment from me. I couldn't afford it. So then the IRS was threatening to garnish my wages. I'm already living paycheck to paycheck. That would have put me over the edge financially.
It truly seemed hopeless, but then a friend at work told her to call the tax relief line.
The people at the tax relief line, they told me about something called innocent spouse relief. They worked it out so that all of the taxes from my ex are not my problem. I don't know how that works, and I don't care. All I care about is that I don't owe the IRS a dime, and they are not going to take my paycheck.
Even if it seems hopeless, you should call the number on your screen right now. There is absolutely no cost for the call or the consultation. You are under no obligation. If you are worried that the IRS could garnish your wages, seize your assets, even take your home, call us right now. The Tax Relief Line is here to help you. Now you have a knowledgeable, professional team of tax experts that are ready to negotiate with the IRS and fight for you to save you money. The Tax Relief Line's professionals have successfully negotiated thousands of cases, reducing and sometimes even eliminating the tax debt for their clients. It's very easy to get started. Simply call the number on your screen right now. You don't have to live in fear anymore. The call and the consultation are free.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
Somali security forces say the violence in Mogadishu is over after suspected terrorist gunmen stormed a hotel Friday night. Fox's Trey Yinst has the latest.
That's right. After more than 30 hours, a siege in the Somalian capital of Mogadishu is over. At least 20 people were killed and dozens more injured after gunmen stormed the Hyatt Hotel. The suspected al-Shabaab militants immediately took hostages as local security forces worked to rescue civilians inside. There were explosions and exchanges of gunfire, with one eyewitness saying a stairwell was purposely blown up to prevent people from escaping. Over 100 people in total were freed. Many of them had locked themselves in rooms on the upper floors of the hotel. Though still, this is one of the worst hotel attacks in Somalia's history.
There have been many innocent civilian deaths in this attack, but the real number of victims will be shared in detail by the Ministry of Health. But we share the pain of the bereaved families.
With the continued threat of terrorism in Somalia, the United States routinely operates against al-Shabaab in the country. Earlier this month, the Americans carried out 3 separate drone strikes against the group, killing a reported 13 militants. In May, President Biden redeployed hundreds of American troops to Somalia to help the local military with their efforts to fight al-Shabaab. Senior administration officials have declined to provide the exact number of American forces in country. Following that hotel attack over the weekend in Somalia, it's important to remember al-Shabaab is now attacking neighboring Ethiopia, trying to capitalize on internal turmoil there. In Jerusalem, Trey Inkst, Fox News.
If you've been to an airport at all this year, there's a good chance it wasn't an entirely positive experience. Delays have been a major source of frustration for travelers who are getting stranded far from home, often with little to no compensation for the disruption. Now the federal government is taking steps to address the problem. Fox's Charles Watson has the story from Atlanta.
It's been a summer filled with headaches for air travelers, and now the White House is taking steps to make sure it doesn't happen again. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg issuing an ultimatum to airlines to address ongoing issues with disrupted flights, calling their track record unacceptable, saying that if carriers can improve their service, the government will do it for them.
The message to the airlines is that you've got to make it easier for passengers to understand their rights, and you've got to support passengers when they experience delays or cancellations.
The department looking at drafting new rules which would expand passenger rights, including meal vouchers and even refunds for delays of 3 hours or more and hotel stays for overnight delays. Nearly a quarter of all domestic flights were delayed in the first 6 months of this year, and just over 3% were canceled. The DOT says airlines share most of the blame over scheduling flights without enough pilots to fly them. Passenger complaints have soared this year, and travelers are often unaware of what their options are if their flight is disrupted.
When we're traveling for things like work and even pleasure, you don't really have the flexibility to be like, okay, my flight's canceled, now I'll just do this later.
It's horrible. It's like you cannot reach out. There's nobody you can contact. It feels ridiculous.
The DOT will launch a new website in the coming weeks where Americans can find out exactly what each airline offers. In Atlanta, Charles Watson, Fox News.
Still to come here on the second half of our show, an anonymous donor has offered to match up to $250,000 in funds for the Champion the Cure initiative.
Plus, Welch's Farm holds some amazing tours. We'll take a look inside the family-owned farm as Good Morning Maine continues.
The Piscataquest Valley Fair, an old-time country fair, August 25th through the 28th in Dover-Foxcroft. This reminder brought to you by Puritan Medical Products Company, maker of disposable medical devices since 1919, is hiring. Log on to PuritanMedicalProducts.com today. And McCusick Petroleum in Dover-Foxcroft, offering oil, propane, kerosene, motor oil, and burner service. Call 564-3406.
Your favorite restaurants for half off. It's half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7. Here's this week's featured deal.
Mainly Pizza is not just pizza. They have grocery items, baked goods, breakfast sandwiches, and subs. They also have freshly baked desserts and ice cream, all in a family atmosphere. A visit to Mainly Pizza is worth the drive.
On sale Thursday at 9 a.m. A limited supply available half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7.
This week on Wheel,
we're celebrating the great outdoors. It's worth at least 3 of those.
And these nature lovers
love getting outside, backpacking,
camping, hiking, are looking for adventure.
Perfect for our outdoor week.
Plus, Pat tells a campfire tale.
I have a bird story
That leaves Vanna.
He died?
In stitches. All this week on Wheel of Fortune.
Weekdays at 7 on ABC 7.
This week on Jeopardy! The road to the Tournament of Champions continues.
It's going to be quite a lineup.
Relive Super Champ Amy Schneider's streak-ending loss.
Thank you for the 2 months you spent with us.
Plus, Christine Welch's tiebreaker win. Fan favorites Margaret Shelton, Maureen O'Neill, and Jackie Kelly.
Truly anything can happen on our show.
5 different Tournament of Champions qualifiers. This week on Jeopardy!
All this week at 7:30, only on ABC 7.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
It's Monday, August 22nd of 2022. There's still a month of summer left, even as we approach September. A little New England history. He was known as Yaz, Baseball Hall of Famer and Red Sox superstar Carl Yastrzemski is 83 years old today, and former Patriots coach Bill Parcells is 81.
The movie version of Stephen King's Stand By Me came out 37 years ago today. Actor Ty Burrell, Phil Dunphy on TV's Modern Family, is 55. It's National Eat a Peach Day, it's National Tooth Fairy Day, and we've all been waiting for this one. Today is World Plant Milk Day.
That's a big one. It's huge.
It's so off-putting and totally not appetizing to call it plant milk.
Yeah, no, I don't know about
like,
that.
are we referring to almond milk and oat milk?
Yes, pretty much. That's where they. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't want to think about it as plant milk. I like them. I like the non-dairy alternatives.
Yeah,
but
they
that's
are
just
good.
a weird way to put it.
The only fun fact I have about milk is I did a dairy story a couple years ago. No, it's actually a pretty good one. It has to do with Maine. Okay. I did a dairy story not that long ago, and if you look on the top of the milk, there's a number, and I believe it's 21 or 23. I'm getting it mixed up because my grandfather's favorite number is 21, so it's 21 or 23, and if it has that number on there, it means it's made here in Maine.
Cool.
Yeah,
is it colored?
It's just on the top. You'll see a little barcode kind of next to the expiration. But it was pretty interesting to learn that. So now every time I go to the store, it's just the kid coming out and me, and I check it out. And I'm like, oh, there you go.
Is it made? I know, because I prefer to buy things that are made in Maine.
Yeah,
that's
and then moving up here from Massachusetts years ago, I found out that Lucerne milk that I've been having my entire life. I'm like, oh, that's the town. I'm like, this makes perfect sense.
Right, but it's not. The milk is not from Lucerne.
Really?
Oh,
wait, I just learned
we're not
this
talking
now?
about milk anymore. Never mind.
Okay, all right. Okay. We'll switch over to Devin Biggs while we figure out this milk story. But Devin has another look at our forecast.
Good morning, Devin.
And thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Happy Monday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. A little bit of fog developing out this morning, mainly along the coast, so near the Bar Harbor area and over in parts of Rockland. So here's these areas right here, seeing about a mile or less for visibility in a few spots, though. So definitely be careful. We might see this get a little bit more widespread before the sun comes up later this morning, so it might be a little bit hard to see in a few areas. Meanwhile, though, we're watching some clouds moving in from the southwest, going toward the north and east, as we'll soon be watching for scattered showers and thunderstorms later on tonight. Today we will be dry. We will just have the clouds moving in, so maybe not too much sunshine on the way today as we're watching all this activity right here. Moving in from the west, going toward the east, the lightning tracker is on. Not a lot of lightning out there this morning, but we'll keep an eye on this as the system begins to move in from the southwest. So for today, increasing clouds by about 8 o'clock tonight. This line of showers and storms move in, and as we head towards tomorrow morning, that will begin to get out of here. But more fog will be on the way as we head towards tomorrow morning. The winds won't be a big deal, mainly out of the south at about 5 to 10 miles per hour, maybe a few gusts along the coast, and that will be about it overall. So for today, though, not too bad out there. We'll be in the lower 80s under a mostly cloudy sky, with that south breeze overall at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Moving ahead towards tonight, that line of showers and storms moves in. Some decent rainfall on the way as well. We'll see lows in the middle 60s, some dense fog developing late. That northwest breeze getting up to about 5 miles per hour. And for tomorrow, though, middle 70s, a few scattered rain showers. Some clouds can also hang around from time to time, too. It's a small chance overall for those rain showers. We'll see a south breeze getting up to about 5 miles per hour with high temperatures again in the middle 70s. And your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, increasing clouds. The rain chances arrive later on tonight. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Joe and Emma.
Thank you, Devin.
And with less than a week before students return back to school, we spoke to one school administrator who tells us safety is always the top priority. School Safety and Communications Director for Bangor School Department, Ray Finney, says the district has had a plan, a safety plan that is, established for years for all 11 schools throughout the city. Each plan differs per school location and is confidential to the public. However, Finney says it's important the parents know the proper language used for, quote, standard response protocols.
The Bangor School Department works to provide parents and students with the most up-to-date information when making adjustments to a safety plan.
After something happens in the world, we look at our plan and we learn from those instances. So looking at things that happened in May in Texas and looking at how we can build our plan and make it better and make our students safer. I want to make sure there's a common language between parents, students, and staff.
Parents interested in learning more about their child's safety plan should contact their school's principal or the Bangor School Department at 992-4152. Saturday, Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center celebrated its 13th year raising funds for the Champion the Cure initiative.
A.J. Douglas spoke to leaders to learn why these fundraising events are so special to the community.
There are a lot of children out there that need help and a lot of families that need support.
Rage P.B. Haskell Children's Cancer and Treatment Center was named after Anita Haskell's son after he lost his battle with cancer at a young age. Since then, Anita has made it her mission to help other parents of cancer patients.
I realized how hard it was for the patient as well as the family, and I just have felt compelled ever since.
Rand O'Leary, president of Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center, says the money raised will go towards the purchase of a unique device used as a diagnostic tool for cancer patients.
It's vital in that it allows us to treat more patients than we would normally be able to treat. And here at the Lafayette Family Cancer Institute, we treat patients from really all over the state of Maine.
An anonymous donor has offered to match up to $250,000 in funds. O'Leary credits all donors throughout the community for the cancer program and center.
Without their support, we really couldn't do this. And so we're just very, very pleased that everyone's turned out today. And it's a beautiful day.
To learn more about fundraising opportunities coming up, log on to our website at foxbangor.com. In Brewer, A.J. Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
If you're looking to escape the crowd and get more of a true wild blueberry festival experience, well, look no further than Welch's Farm. The family-owned farm has been part of co-owner Lisa Hanscom's family for more than 100 years, and it was acquired back in 1912.
Besides growing, the family gives tours of the property to show what it takes to care for wild blueberries. Hanscom says that she wants people to understand the uniqueness of these fruits.
The things that I really like to address with our guests that come to visit the farm is that how special these blueberries are. The fact that they are one of the best fruit that you can eat for health, but also just the amazing qualities and that these blueberries have.
Be sure to check out Welch's Farm's website and Facebook page for more information and up-to-date events. Still to come here this morning, UMaine football is set for its return, but with a whole new group of wide receivers. Tyler Cruz has the details next.
But first is a look at your forecast. A high of 80 degrees today, mostly cloudy skies. We may see a little bit of sunshine, but those clouds will be sticking around tonight, and showers and thunderstorms will be moving in. Temperatures drop down to a low of 64. Tomorrow we're back up in the mid-70s with scattered showers throughout our area.
Bar Harbor Bank and Trust helps businesses succeed with commercial lending, cash management tools, and merchant services. Whether your business is growing, expanding, or evolving, we can make it happen together. Bar Harbor Bank and Trust, named one of America's best banks.
From a humble horse and buggy beginning over 100 years ago to a fleet of modern deluxe motor coaches today, Sear North Star Tours wants to take you places. In Maine, throughout the United States, and abroad. We offer tours and day trips to suit everyone's interests and passions. Cherry blossoms in the spring, Prince Edward Island in the summer, trips to the city, trips to the shore, culture, history, music, and more. Sear North Star Tours. Where can we take you?
The ABC7 at Fox 22 Ultimate Backyard Barbecue giveaway is back. 5 lucky winners will take home $100 in quality meats from WVII & Sons. In addition, 1 lucky winner will win a grand prize of a brand new Weber gas grill. All you need to do to become a winner is stop by and fill out an entry form at Herman Meadow Golf Club, Billings Road, Herman, Maine's most family-friendly golf course, or Chase's Family Restaurant and the Hideaway Lounge, open for dine-in, takeout, or curbside. Make your summer barbecue ultimate with ABC7 and Fox 22.
Easier banking anywhere, anytime, with online bill pay, digital wallet, mobile deposit, and more. Whatever you're planning, saving for, or working toward, we can make it happen together. Bar Harbor Bank and Trust, named one of America's best banks.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, you'll find all the products and services you need at Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
And we're back, starting with your local sports. We're less than 2 weeks away from UMaine football's first game of the season, and their wide receivers room looks a little different this season than it did last fall. Tyler Cruz joins us with the story.
And I told those guys to start a camp. You know, in my time here, it's the deepest room I've seen.
It's no secret that Maine football is going to look a little different in 2022. And the wide receiver group is no exception, with Andre Miller now catching passes from Daniel Jones and Devin Young heading to Sacred Heart. There's a new group looking to carry the tradition.
I feel like we have everything that we need. Our goal is to keep on the top flight legacy, carry on what Devin and Drake brought.
The guys they do have, though, are providing quarterback Joe Fagnano and the offense with more answers than they are questions.
For some reason, there's been a lot of questions in that room, but to me, there's been a lot of guys just working hard, and they really haven't lost a step. So I think it should be exciting to play with that group.
Among those in the room are newcomer Kobe White, a graduate transfer from Boston College, who has impressed both his quarterback and his coaches early on.
He works really hard. He's understanding the offense. He's always in the film room. So I think just his study of the game, just shows out to me, and I think it shows on the field.
Transferring in, still learning everything, but just playing fast, older guy, starting to lead the group a little bit.
And for White, coming into his first healthy season in a few years, he's just pumped for the opportunity to throw on the pads and do what he can to help the squad.
I used to take it for granted, and every time I put the pads on, whether it be practice, some days you're like, you don't want to be out here, but I really realized it's a blessing because this game is not going to go on much longer.
Another key guy is grad senior Xavier Scott, who impressed last year under Young and Miller, and he's looking to take a jump as one of the leaders in the receiver room.
I feel like it's my job as a returner to help bring other guys along. It's never a one-man show, and to make sure that that's always emphasized, that we're all doing this together. We're only as strong as our weakest link at the end of the day.
But overall, no matter who you ask, that room is deep. And Fagnano and Flores trust that the guys out there are more than capable of doing their jobs.
There's six guys, I don't know, come to mind, when I think of the receivers that I can go out there and I can trust to go make plays. So to me, I'm just going to throw it to the open guy.
Yeah, that ball's going to get spread out, and the guys who are playing the best are going to play, and the guys who are making the plays are going to play for us.
Reporting from Orono, I'm Tyler Cruz, ABC7, Fox 22 Sports.
Dennis Rodman is back in the headlines. The Basketball Hall of Famer turned unofficial ambassador. He claims he's headed to Russia to help free WNBA star Brittany Griner, who's serving time in Russia on drug charges. ABC's Rhiannon Alley has the story.
This morning, a State Department official tells ABC News they're aware of reports that Dennis Rodman intends to travel to Russia after the former NBA star said he planned to travel to the country to help secure the release of Brittany Griner. I got permission to go to Russia to help that girl. I'm trying to go this week, Rodman told NBC, adding, I know Putin too well. The U.S. travel advisory for Russia remains at a level 4, meaning do not travel. But Americans are still able to travel to the country. Officials warn Rodman's interference could do more harm than good for Griner. A senior Biden administration official saying it is public information that the administration has made a significant offer to the Russians, and anything other than negotiating further through the established channel is likely to complicate and hinder release efforts. In the past decade, the 5-time NBA champion has made multiple visits to North Korea, developing a relationship with dictator Kim Jong-un.
It's a friend of mine. Okay, great. I don't look
look at the political side about him.
Rodman credits himself with helping to secure the release of American Kenneth Bae from North Korea in 2014, who was arrested on dubious charges in 2012. Rodman appeared to side with North Korea while discussing Bae's case.
Do you understand what he did?
What did he do? You
in
tell
this
me.
Country?
Rodman later apologized, but Bae said he was thankful for Rodman's comments.
Well, I thank Dennis Rodman for being a catalyst for my release because his rant and my media attention on my plight was increased.
As for the official talks on Brittany Griner's case, former UN Ambassador Bill Richardson has said he is optimistic about chances for a prisoner swap with Russia.
Now to the quarterback who isn't there. NFL legend Tom Brady not at the Buccaneers training camp and missing preseason games. ABC's Phil Lipoff takes a look.
Four-man rush for the Titans. Looks like Trask's hand was hit, and it's picked off.
This morning, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are 0-2 this preseason, no wins, and so far, no Tom Brady. The star quarterback's absence looming over, well, everything. The GOAT and 7-time Super Bowl champion excused with permission from his second preseason game with the Bucs. Head coach Todd Bowles saying this was a planned absence.
He's going to deal with some personal things. This is something we talked about before training camp started.
Okay, but when will he be back?
Sometime after Tennessee. There's no definitive date for me.
The ambiguous timetable not doing much to soothe anxious fans. In fact, social media buzzing with one possible theory.
I think Tom Brady right now cannot tell anyone where he is, and the team can't, because he is.
The GOAT taking time off to be the Masked Singer? Gronk did it, so it's possible, right? Just a theory. Whatever the reason, he's not on the field.
I'm concerned about Brady being the guy that sets the tone, that sets the agenda for the rest of the locker room.
After 22 seasons in the NFL, the legendary quarterback announcing his retirement in February, only to shock the sports world by returning to the Bucs just 40 days later.
I don't think it's worrisome. I just think it kind of makes no sense. And the fact that no one is telling us anything, I think, adds to the drama and the mystery of it all.
The Bucs start the regular season out in Dallas on September 11th. And if Tom Brady makes that start, he will break yet another record. He will be the oldest NFL quarterback ever to start a regular season game. At that time, he'll be 45 years old.
And that's it for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Established in 1925, Bangor Floral has been a premier provider of beautiful floral arrangements and thoughtful gifts for almost 100 years. Whatever the occasion, our premium collection of colorful blooms, blossoming plants, and gift baskets have warmed hearts for generations. We strongly support the Buy Local movement, purchasing directly from local farms and growers, and we are committed to the preservation of our environment. Bangor Floral, located at 332 Harlow Street. Stop in today to experience a flower shop like no other.
Did you know that it's possible to buy the wrong type of flooring for your home? Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or professional contractor, the experts at Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors are here to help, offering solid pro advice from choosing the right material and color to installation. Don DeKalb features the highest quality hardwood flooring sourced from lumber right here in Maine, from Maine traditions. Not only will you get a floor you'll love, you'll get a floor that will last. Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors, buy from the best, forget the rest.
The signs of summer are here. The sun's out for the evening commute. Whistles and clapping echo from the ball field. And a day at the lake brings the family together. Valley Home Services offers whole home comfort, serving northern Maine to Portland. With the push of a button on a Fujitsu heat pump, you're ready for whatever summer brings. Humid days or cool nights, come home to comfort with Valley Home Services. Home is our middle name.
And with Monday's business news, here's Leo Jonathan.
All eyes are on the annual Federal Reserve Conference this week for signals about more interest rate hikes. It follows the release of minutes from last month's Fed board meeting affirming plans for more increases as inflation continues to surge. Asian markets were mixed today after China cut an interest rate that affects mortgage lending. Amazon is making a bid to acquire Signify Health. The Wall Street Journal reports the retail media tech giant is among other companies, including CVS and United Health, competing for that home health services provider. It could reach a valuation of more than $8 billion. The nation's freight railroads are facing demands to improve service. This as the Federal Surface Transportation Board considers new rules to force railroads to share tracks and improve competition for customers. A breakdown in service has left customers without shipments and delayed passage of raw materials. The railroads say it's staff shortages. And McDonald's is testing out the Chicken Big Mac in Miami this month. It was a success in the UK earlier this year. It features 2 tempura chicken patties with special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, and onions on a sesame seed bun. I'm Leo Jonathan with Monday's Business on ABC 7.
I would eat that.
That looks pretty good. I mean, anything looks good at 6:49 in the morning. So,
can I be the tester? I volunteer.
That's even better. I volunteer. Katniss Everdeen, right here. Now here's meteorologist Devin Biggs with one final look at your forecast.
Good morning, Devin.
Hey, Joe and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home and Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Hammond, and Orono, Maine. All right, there's a look at the fog again this morning, mainly near Bar Harbor and Rockland as of earlier this morning. Other areas we may have to watch out for some patchy dense fog in a few spots. There's no advisories in effect as of this update, though, so we're looking pretty decent out there overall for everyone else. We just got to watch out for the fog that will go away soon. But clouds are moving in from the southwest, going toward the north and east, and that's because we are watching another system moving in from the southwest going toward the north and east, and this will bring in some scattered showers and thunderstorms that will be on the way as well, and of course some up and down swings of the dew points and the temperatures too. So here's this area of low pressure here moving to the north and east, so by later on tonight scattered showers and thunderstorms will be possible with some decent rainfall that will be on the way too, which is good news. Here's the latest drought monitor out there. We're still moderate to severe drought across a good part of the state, so we'll up to maybe an inch of rainfall on the way. This will be some good news from many areas that have been seeing drought. But it's calm out there this morning. Look at the wave height. It's only at around 2 feet according to many of the buoys out there, so it's quiet out there this morning, hence why there's no small crowd advisories in effect. Water temperatures are pretty decent too, in the upper 60s, so if you're looking to do some swimming, a little cool, but overall not too bad moving forward for August. But again, maybe a few gusty winds on the way, so maybe some gusts reaching up to around 10 to 15 miles per hour, maybe close to 20 miles per hour along the coast as we move forward again. But as we head towards Tuesday, maybe a few gusty winds again, but nothing too extreme on the way anytime soon. All right, our average high temperature is now 79 degrees. We'll be in the lower 80s today, so not too far away from our average high. Cooling off a little bit on Tuesday after the chance for rain moves in. Then lower into middle 80s Wednesday into Thursday, falling back a little bit by Friday and a Saturday again, the upper 70s. Lower 80s on the way again. As we head towards your Sunday, dew points will be up and down a little bit too. Look at these dew points getting up into the 60s for the next few days, though. Then really shooting up to the middle of the upper 60s by Wednesday, getting close to the 70s by Thursday before a system moves through and drops us back into more comfortable territory by Friday, then shooting right back up into the lower 60s again as we head towards your Saturday. Evening next forecast for today, despite the clouds, will be at a 6 as considered high. A burn time of around 30 minutes, so hats, sunglasses, sunscreen, and shade will be necessary as you do head out the door to avoid a bad sunburn. Futurecast for today, though, some clouds will be on the way today. By about 7 to 8 o'clock tonight, this rain of showers and thunderstorms moves in. They'll watch for some heavy downpours from time to time, too. We'll get that through overnight, but a few scattered showers lingering into the morning period tomorrow, some fog as well. But throughout the day, the rain chances will gradually back off, and maybe some sunshine will try to peek out. It will struggle in a few spots, but the sun will try to peek out later on. Maybe a few more scattered showers on the way as we head towards parts of Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. Overall, a pretty small chance. But the rainfall chances looking pretty good out there, up to 1, maybe 2 inches in a few spots before we're all finished up. This is over drought-stricken areas, so this is some good news that's on the way. So a forecast for today, lower 80s, mostly cloudy with that south wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, middle 60s, showers and thunderstorms, some dense fog as well. Northwest breeze at about 5 miles per hour. For tomorrow, middle 70s, scattered rain showers in a few spots and gradual clearing in a few spots too. Maybe a few pop-up showers and a few rumbles of thunder by tomorrow night too, with that south breeze getting up to about 5 miles per hour. Scott's Recreation extended forecast. More storms on the way as we head towards Wednesday. Highs in the low 80s. A smaller chance for storms on Thursday. Otherwise partly cloudy. The more storms again by Friday. Highs in the upper 70s.
Behind every keepsake, there's a memory. Behind every photo, there's a story. Behind Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration, there's people giving back by bringing back what was thought to be lost. The details, the time, and the expertise, all packaged up behind a name that Mainers have trusted for over 35 years. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. You keep the memories. We'll handle the rest.
Do you struggle to open or close your windows? Are they drafty or leaky? Are you constantly adjusting your thermostat only to have your energy bill skyrocket? If you're nodding your head yes, Renewal by Andersen is your best solution. They custom build and install weather-tight replacement windows and back them with a generous, fully transferable limited warranty.
Call now to schedule your free design consultation. Plus, take advantage of this limited time offer with incredible savings and attractive financing. Don't miss out. Call Renewal by Andersen today.
There's a big question going around Seasons Grill and Sports Lounge at 427 Main Street in Bangor about how fresh their seafood is. So I decided to find out exactly how fresh it is in this live investigative report. So we went all the way down to Deer Isle, Stonington, Captain John, to ask the question, is the seafood fresh?
That's fresh enough for you.
The summer lobster special at Seasons in Bangor is now on. Restrictions may apply. See seasonsbangor.com for more details.
How does a 48-year-old ex-guidance counselor become an FBI agent? Life experience. My second act is just getting started.
Oversharing can be weird.
How you doing, buddy? I'm more excited than a mosquito flying into a nudist colony.
Overshare with Family Feud.
Weekdays at 9 on ABC 7.
If you think it takes too long to make a to-die-for from-scratch dinner that your family will love, it's time to think again. That's right. You probably have the ingredients right in your pantry. So let's get started. We begin by sautéing some chopped garlic and onion in a good amount of olive oil until they're tender. To that, we add a can of crushed tomatoes, some black olives that we've cut in half, and a little salt and pepper. While this simmers for a bit, we drain some pasta that will serve it over. Now we add chicken broth and a little sugar. You see, the sugar reduces the acidity in the tomatoes. Come dinner time, all that's left to do is serve our homemade sauce over a piping hot pasta and top it with fresh basil. Maybe team that with a salad and a loaf of crusty bread for a meal that's restaurant worthy. To get the recipe for what we call pasta rustica, all you have to do is visit our website. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found one of Kelly's favorite ways for you to say, ooh, it's so good. Yummy?
A California kid is showing he's more than a triple threat after learning how to play more than 100 instruments, all by the age of 16. Neil Narar is a bit of a music prodigy, mastering 117 instruments in just 16 years. And he's not stopping there. The teen hopes to connect people and cultures through music by teaching others and learning to play instruments that are not in the mainstream.
Now, you might be wondering how he got a chance to learn 117 instruments in such a short amount of time. He says he got a head start with his parents playing music for him before he was even born. Now, he's working on an album that some of the tracks will feature up to 100 instruments on them. That is amazing.
I want to hear that album.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have to tune in for it.
Yeah. Well, Good Morning America is next on ABC 7.
Stay with us for the second hour of Good Morning Maine. That is coming up next on Fox 22, and have a great start to your week.
There is a major plumbing problem in the building.
A mushroom growing out of the ceiling because of water damage.
Yes.
I see no mushrooms on a picture.
Yeah. You need to put those glasses back on. I'm losing my appetite. Can we end the case?
Hot Bench. Monday at 3 on ABC 7.
I strive so hard to get to the right verdict.
It's not Murphy's Law.
Do you ever watch a people score? Do you think I'm an idiot?
It's a court of law.
I'm a judge, and I deal in evidence and proof.
The People's Court.
The law is the law is the law is the law.
All this week at 4 on ABC 7. Half-off deals. Save money at foxbangor.com right now. Get the best deals from restaurants, family fun activities, events, and your favorite stores all in one place. Go to foxbangor.com and click on half-off deals and see all the money you could be saving. Half-off deals at foxbangor.com.
Sarah's House is a cancer hospitality